What's going on, guys? It is ASDA series time here, and we're opening the season at Daytona with the LiftMaster 300. Should be a very exciting and fun race here at Daytona today, and wasn't meant to happen. Right, and now we're going to run through your starting lineup here for LiftMaster 300. On the pole, we have Larry Wood. To his outside is the 33 of Anthony Flores. To his inside, the 16 of Greg Lee. On the outside is Brandon Lee. On the inside, next up we have the 18 of Todd Edwards, who's had a very good solid week here, and the 5 of Jeff Bright. Then the 1 of Joseph E. Krakowski, and the 22 of Aaron Price. The 25 of Sylvester Curry, who's next followed up with the 46 of Howard Adams. Then we have the 99, that is Joe Frank, with the 43 of Marcus Sacchi. Then the 14 of Rufus Barrett with the 39 of Neil Galloway. Eli Bright starts on the inside of Tom Warren. Then we have Ramon Vargas in the 40, next to Diego Yepes in the 7. Danny Lloyd in the 19 on the outside of Calvin Moss in the 52. Carter Friesen in the 51 on the outside of Manny Salado in the 05. Then we have Alan Gray in the 6 car with the 93 of Harry Schneider. The 42 of Ricky Miller is on the outside of the 85 of Gregory Ross. Then we have the 20 of Jake Galloway is next to the 87 of Richard Murphy. Then we have the 78 of Jerry Jackson, who won the Clash earlier in the week. And on to his inside the 17 of Elijah Murray. Then we have the 11 of Joe Jefferson and the 98 of Steve Larker. The 62 of Emmanuel Sherman. The 89 of Jimmy Martinez. The 4 of Phil Swift. The 1 of Gustavo Arocha. And the 44 of Stephen Davies. The 24 of Lucas Graves. The 90 of Dewey Goodman. The 2 of James Stabolito. The 28 is Scott Watson, who won the truck race. And then the last but not least is the 3. That is Jay Jefferson. So, let's get racing in the LiftMaster 300 in Daytona. Larry Wood and Anthony Flores going to lead you to the start, to the line behind the pace car. Who is going to pick up the win here today? We've already seen Jerry Jackson and Scott Watson win this week during speed weeks. And now the ASDA series is ready to go racing at Daytona. Larry Wood with Anthony Flores, then Greg and Brandon Lee make up the second row. Todd Edwards, who's had a very solid week, and Jeff Bright. Aaron Price and Joseph E. Krakowski, and then then Howard Adams and Sylvester Curry. Pace car is down pit road to the line. Green flag, we're racing for the first time in the ASDA series in NRUK Racing League. Looks like Larry Wood got the best start there, but Greg Lee moves towards the inside with a push from Aaron Price as they start to file out 3 wide down the back straight. To the lead here at Daytona, looks like it's going to be the 16 of Greg Lee. 4 wide back in the pack already with Sacchi, Barrett and Krakowski already going 4 wide. Greg Lee leads the first lap, but it's getting very dicey in the middle of the field. However, they will be able to make it through. 4 wide already at Daytona. Aaron Price will go now to the lead as they go down the backstretch. 18 laps being raced here at Daytona. Here comes Howard Adams in the inside in the 46 car. Pushed by Eli Bright and Diego Yepes. Lap 2 is going to be led by the 46 car. At the strike, it's going to be Howard Adams leading. Yepes now to the inside. Calvin Moss, Manny Salado behind him. So as the 93 of Harry Schneider. Yepes now moves up the track Calvin Moss coming through in the 52 car. To the lead goes the 52 car of Calvin Moss. Here in the ASDA series. It's very tight pack racing here. A lot of action. Getting ready. Manny Salado now coming to the front. And the 05 car. Harry Schneider there, as well as Gregory Ross, who's had a fantastic few speed weeks here at Daytona. He has been loving the races so far this year. But Harry Schneider will be out front. Elijah Murray and Steve Larker down there as well. And this is all getting pretty dicey as they go down towards the turn. To the line. Looks like it's going to be Gregory Ross. Let's check, because I think it looks like some cars might have tailed off. No, they haven't. It just didn't come in the shot. Thought someone tailed off. They just hadn't come in the shot on the screen there. But Elijah Murray now through the middle. Steve Larker challenging on the inside with a push from Jimmy Martinez and Stephen Davies. Here comes Martinez in the 89, down to the low side. Jimmy Martinez. Driving in that 89 car even. Keep them getting mixed up, you see. He'll lead this lap. But Stephen Davis is there in the 44 in the inside lane. A third through this race now. No, we're not a third. I can't get it. My maths. Why am I saying this? Dewey Goodman out front. Here comes Scott Watson, who won the truck race here yesterday under the lights. Scott Watson in the 28 car. Looks like he's going to be your new leader. Alan Gray down there as well as James Stabilito and Lucas Graves. Trying to make a push for the front. Very exciting pack racing here at Daytona so far. Stabilito then continues to drive way out front. Graves pushed by Saatchi and Murphy. Down the back straight. Looks like he's going to be your leader. Coming through the turn. Stabilito and Graves side by side. Graves goes to lead for this lap. Watson came down a bit in the 28 down there. Saatchi now goes to the middle. Richard Murphy will now get the chance to come through in the 87. Here comes Richard Murphy. Driving for Nemco Motorsports. Jay Jefferson is now down there as well as Jerry Jackson. Again, another really big contender here at Daytona. Your pole sitter, Larry Wood, also down there. He's behind Emmanuel Sherman, so he's got himself back up to the front. Jefferson now is going to come across to lead this lap as they go 3 wide to the line. Jefferson, Murphy and Jackson. Jerry Jackson comes to lead, pushed by Sherman. Larry Woods there. So that's Rufus Barrett. He had a good truck race. And they continue going down the backstretch. Emmanuel Sherman dipping low. He looked for the overtake. Didn't quite get it though. But it was a good try from the 62 truck. Oh, they're going to go 4 wide again at the line. 4 wide for the lead of Daytona. Jackson, Sherman, Wood and Barrett. How are they going to make it through the turn like this? Look at this fantastic skill from the drivers to get themselves out of that situation without causing a wreck. Fantastic driving from everyone involved in that situation. And that could have been a massive wreck caused there. Joe Jefferson will now go through to the lead. Todd Edwards down there, as well as Tom Warham, Jake Galloway and Ricky Miller. To the front goes Todd Edwards in the 18. Another solid car. But here comes Warham down to the inside. This number 70 Ice Aid truck. Galloway down there as well in the 20. Tom Warham to the lead. He goes up high. But Galloway pushed by Miller and Arocha. Looks like he is going to cycle through to lead now. 11 out of 18 laps raced here at Daytona. Jake Galloway is going to come to the stripe to lead this lap here. But Ricky Miller and Gustavo Arocha are challenging. Phil Swift is also down there. Eli Bright is back up to the front. Arocha now working the high side. But Phil Swift is going to come through to the lead now. Phil Swift, your new leader in the 4 car. Manny Salado, Joe Frank and Carter Friesen down there as well. Just under now. We come to lap 13. Manny Salado down to the low side in the 05. Pushed by Joe Frank. Carter Friesen, Danny Lloyd, Ramon Vargas down there as well. As they all start to shuffle through the pack. Joe Frank to lead in a 99 car. Pushed by Friesen and Lloyd. 5 to go at Daytona. The closing laps are commencing now. Danny Lloyd down to the low side. The Joe Gibbs Racing number 19. But Ramon Vargas is also there in a Dodge. Can a Dodge get back to victory lane in the ASDA series? For the first time in a while as well. Vargas pushed by Neil Galloway and Jeff Bright. Down the inside, Sylvester Curry is there as well. Once again, they're going to go 4 wide in second. A wreck now would be the end of the race. But Sylvester Curry thinks better of it and backs out of the move. They are going 4 wide now. Curry will make it 4 wide at Daytona. They haven't sorted it out just yet. They're still 4 wide down the backstretch with 4 to go here at Daytona now. Sylvester Curry on the inside with Joseph E. Krakowski. Greg Lee and Brandon Lee down there as well. 3 to go at Daytona. Curry, Bright, Krakowski. Your current front 3, but Greg Lee and Brandon Lee are looking to push here and try and find a way through. Greg Lee moves up to the high side. Krakowski has a strong car though and will continue to remain out front. Unless Brandon Lee can get to the inside here, which he will. Lee to the inside, pushed by Howard Adams and James Stabilito. Two to go at Daytona, the closing stages of the LiftMaster 300. Brandon Lee to the lead in the 48 car. Howard Adams and James Stabilito following close behind. Who's going to make it back first? Adams goes high. Stabilito and Gregory Ross coming through as well. What a fantastic speed weeks he has had in the 85. Even better if he can cap it off with a win today. But Brandon Lee blocking well. Stabilito is there though. Here we come then. White flag in the ASDA series for the LiftMaster 300. Anyone in it to win it. Stabilito down to the inside. Will be your leader for Richard Childers. Gregory Ross and Aaron Price looking from behind. Here comes Gregory Ross in the 85. He's had a fantastic speed weeks. He might get the win here. Pushed by Aaron Price. Through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. It's Ross in the 85. Price in the 22. But it looks like nobody's going to make a challenge. Gregory Ross in the 85 car just pips out Aaron right at the line and wins the LiftMaster 300. Caps off a fantastic speed weeks for Gregory Ross, who's gonna win the LiftMaster 300. What a fantastic race from the 85 team, sponsored by Lucas Oil. He's had a fantastic week all week here in the Gatorade Cup Series. He's had a fantastic week here in the NI UK. And to go and cap it off with a fantastic win here in the ASDA series, tops off for him. He'll be looking to win the Daytona 500 tomorrow in the 66. Let's skip to your finishing results. Here are your finishing results then for the LiftMaster 300, and Gregory Ross gets the win, leads 2 laps. The most laps anyone led, as well as Greg Lee led 2. They get the bonus points from this round. Aaron Price finishes in 2nd. James Stabilito from 40th finishes 3rd. Calvin Moss in 4th. And Brandon Lee in 5th rounds out your top 5. Next up, we have 46 of Howard Adams. The 44, pardon me, of Stephen Davis. Then we have the 01 of Joseph E. Krakowski. Greg Lee finishes 9th. And Alan Gray finishes 10th to round out your top 10. Jeff Bright finished 11th with Sylvester Curry in 12th. Diego Yepes was 13th with Neil Galloway 14th. Carter Friesen finished 15th. Steve Larker managed to get to 16th position with Ramon Vargas in 17th. Dewey Goodman in 18th. Eli Bright 19th. And Danny Lloyd 20th. Then we had Anthony Flores in 21st. Ricky Miller in 22nd. Joe Frank finishes 23rd, Jimmy Martinez 24th, Todd Edwards 25th, Manny Salado 26th, Jerry Jackson finishes 27th, Phil Swift finished 28th, your pole sitter Larry Wood finishes 29th, and Richard Murphy finishes 30th. Then Gustavo Arocha finishes in the 31st position, Jay Jefferson is 32nd, Lucas Graves finishes 33rd, Jay Galloway finishes 34th, Elijah Murray finishes 35th, Marcus Sachi is 36th, Emmanuel Sherman 37th, Harry Schneider 38th, and Joe Jefferson 39th. And then your final couple of cars were the 70 of Tom Warham, the 28 of Scott Watson, and Rufus Barrett finishes last. Let's go and check out the standings. Here are the standings then after 1 of 33 events here in the ASDA series, and Gregory Ross is top, Aaron Price 2nd, James Stabilito 3rd. Then we have Calvin Moss in 4th, Brandon Lee in 5th, Howard Adams in 6th, Greg Lee in 7th, Stephen Davis 8th, Joseph E. Krakowski 9th, and Alan Gray 10th. Another very good race at Daytona, the big one. The 500 is tomorrow. Should be a fantastic race here in the NI UK, in the Lucasade Cup Series. Thank you for watching. Until next time, this has been NI UK, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.